It's Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher. And anyone who's a content creator and chooses to express themselves authentically, not one who's simply creating content that's imitating what's already popular to get attention and likes, but someone who's truly got a vision and shares it, at some point you are going to encounter the phenom of trolling. Anyway, like whether it be trolling online or if you do it live, you always have hecklers. That's what they used to call the trolls. And I will say, if you are someone with great influence, if you have a large influence, and your intention, the intentions behind what you're creating is that of misleading people, controlling people, manipulating them, then you absolutely deserve to be trolled and heckled. And there's one institution in particular that is especially guilty of this. I'm not going to go into details here because I want this video to stay up. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about trolling and my personal experience of how that feels. Now, YouTube, I don't get a whole lot of viewers, so I really don't get much trolling on this particular platform. But on one of my other platforms, I get a good bit of viewership. And what comes with that is the trolls. And I understand the way I present myself. I'm putting myself out there in a way that is just going to get that. It's not going to go unanswered. It's going to trigger some people, as whenever you challenge someone to think outside their box, outside their perception, their belief system, then they usually are going to attack you and lash out verbally or physically violent in some way. Usually it's a verbal, emotional attack. And when you're on the recipient of that, like again, I'd like to say that I'm above having my feelings hurt by stupid comments, but sometimes it would get to me. And usually, even if I'm in a good place, I usually feel like a little jab for a second. But there's been great value in confronting this. I never delete comments and censor them. I allow people to say what they want on my platforms. There's very few instances. There's a couple of times I was triggered so much and insulted so much that I removed the comment. But usually I'll let people say what they want to say, even if it's at my expense. I understand that by me putting myself out there, I am opening that up. But ultimately what I realize is when I'm getting triggered by a comment that a troll puts up there, if I'm really getting upset by it, I look at that as information pointing to something I have not healed in myself. If this nameless, faceless person putting some inane comment, someone who doesn't really even know me, is just throwing some jab at me because they can, why does that bother me? Why does that get under my skin? So every time I feel that, then I have some shadow work to do within myself. I have some deeper examining, and if I fire back and throw something specifically at the troll, then I'm kind of the loser in that. Though sometimes I'll respond in video format. Sometimes the comment is, if it's something I need to address, I'll actually make a whole video, and I'll never address the person specifically, but I will comment on their idea, and I always have the last laugh when that happens. But anyway, the point is, if I'm getting triggered by a troll, I've got a lot of work to do within myself. I know when I'm in a good state of mind, when I feel congruent with my mind, my body, my feelings, my energy, when I see a troll comment, it's going to usually get a laugh out of me. I'm going to find it amusing that I have triggered someone to the point that they want to make such a comment. So if any of you out there, any of you who have smaller channels like I do, and you're really putting yourselves out there and you're getting trolls, you're getting people who are just trying to undermine your truth, your process that you're simply sharing out of your own heart, don't let it get to you. And if it does, look inside, ask why that is. Because you can't give someone your power unless you want to. And anytime you get upset by a troll, that's essentially what we're doing. We're giving our power away to someone who doesn't deserve it. And if you're a truth seeker, a light worker, a healer, by all means, you deserve to be operating at your full power, and the world needs you to do that. It's Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher. Class dismissed.